Hi friends, today's topic is principal verbs or main verbs and tenses. In the previous videos we have seen about verbs. Verbs are divided into two types. One is principal verbs or main verbs. The second one is anomalous verbs or auxiliary verbs. These two are very important to form tenses. While studying principal verbs, we try to understand about the conjugation of verbs. Conjugation of verbs nothing but present tense, past tense and past participle of a principal verb. Up to this we have seen in the main verbs part, and now we continue that. In the conjugation of verbs we have seen some verbs and their forms. Now we further add one more form to that list. This is present participle form. In the conjugation of verbs we have seen three forms of a principal verb. One is a present form, past form and past participle form. Now we add one more form to the list, that is present participle form. It is nothing but ing form of a principal verb. You can observe in the list begin. Begin has got began, it's a past form, begun past participle. You see, newly added form present participle, it is beginning. What happened here? For the present form verb, ing is the suffix added at the end of the verb, so to form beginning present participle form. In the way choose, choosing, ing is added. Eat, eating is its a present participle form. Like that, now we have four forms for every principal verb: present form, past participle and also present participle form. Now we move on to tense. What is tense? Most of the people say tense is nothing but time. Of course, it may be correct, but we further understand tense is the different forms of a verb. Tense is different forms of a verb. We have seen in the conjugation list present form, past participle and present participle. But it's a change of the verb form according to the tense, according to the time. We understand the time of the action. For example, we see this in these examples. We understand this change of the form of the verb according to time by these examples. See, in the first set we see I go to my office. Go is in present form. Verb go is in present form. So we say this is present tense. Present tense of the verb. That means we understand this action go is happening in the present time. In the second sentence, I went to my office last Monday. I went to my office last Monday. Went is the verb in its past form. So simply we can understand this action happened sometime in the past. So this is a past action. We can understand just by seeing the verb and its form. Moreover, here time phrase is there. Last Monday. Last Monday is past time. Even by that phrase, we understand this action took place sometime in the past. So this is past action. In the third sentence, we see the verb go is present. Go is a present form verb, but it is accompanied with shall. Shall is modal auxiliary. It indicates a future. So shall go is a future action. So this work will take place in future is understood by the verb. Moreover, here also we have one adverb of time, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow is a future time. So we understand this action will happen sometime in future, that is tomorrow. So this is future action, future tense we can say. In this, go has changed. Accordingly, we understand the time. So change of the verb form indicates a time, so that we say it is tense. In the same way, in the second set of examples, we understand Radha tells us stories. Tells is a present form verb. Tells present form verb. So this tense is present tense. We understand this is in present tense, means happening presently. And told is there in the second sentence. Radha told us a story last night. Here last night is also present. This is a past time reference. So we understand by these two, the verb in the past form and also past time reference. By seeing these two, this action took place sometime in the past. So it is in past tense. And here also will tell. Shall or will, these two indicate a future. So will tell is future action. It tells about a future. And here we find the phrase tomorrow. So it tells it is a future action. So this is in future tense. By these examples we understand change in the form of the verb indicates tense. So it is called time according to time. So change in the form of the verb is called tense. This is clear by these examples. In this way, the principal verb has got mainly three divisions of time. Three divisions of time, that is present time, past time and future time. Note here one thing, note this point. In the conjugation of verbs, we don't have future form, but future form of the verb, principal verb, is formed just by adding a will or shall to the present form verb. See, tell is a present form verb, it is just combined with the will before it, it is telling future, it become future form. Here also, shall go, go is a present form verb, and when shall is added before it, shall along with it is a future form. So in this way, these are three divisions of verb: present form, past form and future form, future tense. But these are the only main tenses we can say. Each main tense is divided further into four subdivisions, four subtenses. Let us see what they are. Past tense. This is the main tense. This is divided into four subdivisions, four subtenses. The first one is past indefinite tense, past progressive tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense, or it can be called past perfect progressive tense. Progressive tense. In the same way, present tense, present indefinite tense, present progressive tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense, and future tense also divided into four subtenses as future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. So like this, three main tenses when divided into four subtenses, each tense will be four tenses. In that way, totally there are 12 tenses. And we are going to see how these 12 tenses are formed. In the past simple tense, you find the main verb wrote. The same way, in the present simple tense, it can be called simple present tense. Write present form verb is there. Again, writes another verb is there. Writes is also present form verb and it is said to be yes form verb. Yes form is nothing but singular form. Let us discuss this singular form verb in the coming lessons. And simple future tense will have always will or shall write. See this is the structure, this is the formation. These are the main verbs we find, main verb forms we find in these particular tenses. So we have to remember this very carefully. In the simple past tense, only past form verb is used. In the simple present tense, present form verb write or writes, any one of these two verbs is used. And in future tense, simple future tense, shall or will plus present form verb is used. Coming to the progressive tense. Progressive tense is also called with another name continuous tense. In present continuous tense, there is one verb linked, one auxiliary verb is linked. You see, either it is, am, or. Is, am, or any one of these three auxiliary verbs is linked with the main verb. The main verb is also in present participle form, that is ing form. So in present progressive tense, you will have is, am, or along with the ing form verb. In the same way, past continuous tense, that is a past progressive tense, will have again helping verbs was or were along with the ing form verb. And in the future continuous tense, you will have again will or shall along with the be, and the main verb is always ing form. See, find out in progressive tense, that means in continuous tense, the main verb is fixed. In the progressive tenses, main verb is fixed, that is in ing form only, but the change is helping verb. In the past progressive, you find was or were, and in present progressive, is, am, or any one of these helping verbs, and in future progressive tense, shall be or will be. So along with the present participle main verb form. And coming to perfect tenses, past perfect tense, here also main verb form is fixed in all the tenses, in present perfect, past perfect, or future perfect. Main verb form is fixed, that is written, see that, but change is helping verb. In past perfect tense, helping verb had is used along with the past participle form of main verb. In present perfect tense, has or have helping verbs are used, either has or have, along with the past participle main verb. And in future perfect tense also, there is a will and shall always. Accordingly, we use will or shall along with the have and main verb in its past participle form, that is will have written, shall have written, it will be like that. Coming to perfect continuous tense, here also you see when continuous comes, verb is in continuous form, that is in ing form. Okay, when continuous comes, verb is in ing form, that is in continuous form. It is a fixed in any tense, but change is that only helping verb. In past perfect continuous, had been is used along with continuous form of the verb, that is ing form, present participle form. And in present perfect continuous tense, have been or has been used along with the ing form main verb in its ing form. And in future perfect continuous tense will have been or shall have been either of these used along with the present participle main verb form. So these are the structures of these 12 tenses. In order to identify the tense of a particular sentence, you should see the verb form along with the helping verbs. When we notice this, when we identify this, we can easily know about the tense of a sentence. Let us observe this by taking some examples. Let us see the verb forms in the tenses. In the present simple tense, as we said, present form of the verb will be present, or else yes form of the verb. Play or plays. Plays always with singular subjects, he, she, it, and any singular nouns. So he plays cricket in that way. I play cricket. I is considered as a plural here. With I we always use only present form of the verb. In the same way, simple past. In simple past, only past form verb is used with any subject, either it is a singular subject or plural subject. I played cricket. Played itself indicates past action. He played cricket. In the same way, they played cricket. Okay, with any subject, singular subject or plural subject, only past form verb is used. In future simple tense, here we use shall or will along with the present form of the verb. Shall play or will play. Here is a note we should remember. Shall always used with I or we. This rule is followed strictly in written English. So I shall play cricket and he will play cricket. Other than I and we take shall. And in the continuous tenses, as we said, am, is, are. These three, any of these three helping verbs are used in the structure based on the number of the subject. Am is always with subject I, and with singular subjects is used with the singulars. In the way helping verb are is used with all the plurals. So this is important to note. In present continuous tense, is, am, are, these are the helping verbs used along with the ing form verb. So I am playing cricket, he is playing cricket, they are playing cricket. That indicates present continuous tense. In past continuous tense, only the helping verb change. Was or were. Was indicates past, were also indicates past, but was is with singulars. Was is used with singular subjects. So I is a singular, he is also a singular. So was is used, main verb same, present continuous, present participle form. So was is with the singulars and were is with plurals, plural subjects. That is the only difference between present continuous tense and past continuous tense. And future continuous tense, always shall and will be there along with be. shall be, will be. And again this is continuous tense, so ing form verb is used. Shall be playing, will be playing. The present perfect tense, perfect itself will have past participle verb form in any main tense, in any subtense. See, in present perfect or past perfect or future perfect, you can see the main verb is only in its past participle form, only in past participle form. It is a common. But the difference is here, in present perfect we take have or has. Have played or has played. Has is with the singulars, that means he, she, it, like any other singular noun. And have is with all plurals along with one pronoun, that is I. So I have played cricket, he said. I and all other plural subjects take have along with past participle verb in present perfect tense. In the past perfect tense, only had is used with the past participle main verb. Only had, either it is singular subject or plural subject. Only had is used. So I had played cricket, he had played cricket. In future we have will or shall always, it is a common. When it is perfect tense, have is also common, will have or shall have. And past participle verb is also common because this is perfect tense. So I shall have played, he will have played. This is future perfect tense. And coming to perfect continuous tenses, continuous means continuous verb form, that is ing form verb in any tense. And perfect continuous means this perfect is mixed with continuous tense. That means have been, has been in present perfect continuous. So I have been playing cricket, he has been playing cricket, like that. And in past perfect continuous, had been is common along with the main verb in present participle form. So I had been playing, he had been playing. And in future perfect continuous tense, shall have been or will have been is common. Shall or will indicate future, have been perfect tense, and continuous form of the verb indicate continuous action in continuous. Action is a progress. So I shall have been playing cricket or he will have been playing cricket is the perfect continuous form in future. So in this way, each and every tense has got its own structure, own combination of anomalous verb and main verb form. When you understand this, you can easily identify the tense of the sentence, and also you can easily prepare or make or construct any sentence in any tense very easily. Let us try this worksheet, and in this worksheet we have to recognize the tenses of the words or phrases that are underlined. The first one, I have read many books so far. Underlined part is have read. Have read in perfect form. The two have represents have tells present. So it is present perfect tense. The second sentence, you are not paying attention to what is being said. You are not paying attention to what is being said. This is ing form verb is there. Ing form principal verb. So it is continuous tense, no doubt. To recognize whether it is present continuous or past continuous or future continuous, we should see the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb there present is are. So are paying, that means it is present continuous tense. Next, third one, they know you very well. Here know is underlined. Know is principal verb. It is without any auxiliary verb. We get principal verbs directly without auxiliaries only in three cases, in three tenses. One, in simple present. In simple present we have present form verb. That too present form verb or yes form verb. And in another tense, past tense, simple past tense. Only in these two cases we get three verb forms. So here is present form of the verb given in the sentence. So it is in simple present tense. The next one, she has been traveling all night. Here also underlined part is has been traveling. Once again, the principal verb is in ing form. So we understand it is continuous tense. But which continuous tense? It is perfect continuous tense. Because been is there and has is present. Has been traveling. That means has represents perfect continuous tense. The fifth one, Hari always tells lies. Here you see main verb is in yes form. When yes form comes, it is a present form. There is no other auxiliary verb. Only present form verb is there. So it is again simple present tense. The sixth sentence, you will get the job. As we discussed, as we understood in the previous lessons, will or shall represent future. So here will is along with the present form verb. So it tells, it indicates the tense is future simple tense. That is simple future tense. The seventh one, all the children were playing in the garden. Here again the principal verb is in continuous form, ing form. So it is continuous tense. But which continuous tense? See the helping verb, it is were. Were indicates past. So it is a past continuous tense. The construction is in past continuous tense. Eighth sentence. She will have prepared lunch by 12 noon next Monday. Will have prepared is the underlined part here. Will is there, so it is a future. When have or has come, it is perfect tense. So future perfect tense, because prepared is the principal verb in past participle form. So it is future perfect tense. Next one, ninth. Who went to the market? It is a question, WH question, started with the who. There is no helping verb, but main verb is present. Went is the main verb. It is in its past form. So it is constructed in simple past tense. Coming to the last one, my son had slept before 9 p.m. last night. Had slept is the underlined part here. Have, has, had, they indicate perfect tenses. Have, has, present perfect, and had, past perfect. Because had is along with main verb, principal verb in its past participle form. So the sentence is said to be in past perfect tense. In this way, we have to recognize tense of the sentence, locate or identify the helping verb and the main verb in its form. This combination tells us the tense of a sentence. Friends, this is something about main verbs and tenses. This is only outline on tenses, but this is not all. Only to get an idea over tenses and structures, I have made this video. I hope you got some clarity. Let us meet with another lesson in another video next time. Thank you for watching.